Welcome back. This is Gateway 101. In today's live broadcast, we're going to be talking about anxiety disorder. We will examine what is anxiety disorder, what causes anxiety disorder, how can it be prevented, what are the simple home remedy to help alleviate anxiety disorder. We're also going to be looking at the early warning sign of anxiety disorder that people normally ignore. We're also going to be looking at how a 1 minute exercise to help to help calm you down if you're having anxiety attack or panic attack. I will show you a 1 minute exercise that you can use to help you calm down on anxiety attack. This is Gateway 101. Remember that in Gateway 101, we don't diagnose, okay? So, so in Gateway 101, we don't diagnose. Whatever we're doing here, we are only teaching healthcare awareness. That's all we do. So this never constitutes a medical diagnosis or treatment. So we strongly encourage you to seek medical help if you're having any of these symptoms that you're having any of these signs and symptoms that we're going to be talking about tonight. Once again, welcome to Gateway 101. And do not forget to subscribe for our update. Do not forget to subscribe because we also teach you a simple home remedy to help alleviate illnesses. Once again, welcome to Gateway 101. So let's get into it. Anxiety disorder. What is anxiety disorder? Anxiety disorder is a mental health condition where a person feels excessive fear, worry, or nervousness that does not go away and can interfere with your daily life. Okay, anxiety disorder. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Anxiety disorder is a mental health condition where a person feels excessive fear, worries, or nervousness that does not go away and it can interfere with your daily life. It is more than normal stress. It can affect your sleep, your focus, your relationship, and your overall health. This is Gateway 101. You don't live there. This is Gateway 101. So let's look about the common type of anxiety disorder because there are many types of anxiety disorder. So one is generalized anxiety disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder is a constant worries about many things. If you are constantly worried about several things, you are likely having anxiety disorder. Panic disorder is another one. Panic disorder is a sudden, intense fear, also known as panic attack. If you suddenly get afraid, intense fear, you are more or less having a panic attack. Social anxiety disorder is fear of social situation. We also have phobias. Phobia is intense fear of a specific thing, like height or spider, etc. Okay, so what causes anxiety disorder? We just talk about what anxiety disorder is. We also talk about what are the type of anxiety disorder. Now we're going to be looking at what causes anxiety disorder? There is, there is not just one cause. It is usually a mix of factors. One is your brain chemistry. Imbalance in chemical like serotonin and dopamine can cause anxiety disorder when there is imbalance in your brain chemistry. Genetic anxiety disorder can be hereditary. Anxiety can run in family. So if it is run in your family, it is genetics. Stressful life event can also cause anxiety disorder. Stressful life events such as trauma, loss of loved one, abuse, or a major life changes can also cause anxiety disorder. Health condition, chronic illness, heart problem, or thyroid issue, or a sickness that has stayed for a very long time, that persistent for a long time, can also be a contributing factor to anxiety disorder. Or your lifestyle factors. Lifestyle factors like too many caffeine, smoking of cigarette, poor sleep pattern, drinking of alcohol, or use of illegal drugs can also be a major contributing factor to anxiety disorder. Now let's look at how can anxiety disorder be prevented. While not all anxiety disorder can be prevented, you can reduce your risk. One would be healthy habit. At least get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Okay? Eat balanced meal. Exercise regularly, even walking helps. Manage your stress. Manage your stress early. Practice relaxation, deep breathing, and meditation. And don't ignore constant worry. Address it early. Talk to somebody. Okay? If you are having worry that will not go away, you are constantly having this worry that will not go away, talk to someone. Seek counseling. Okay? Then limit triggers. One of the ways to avoid anxiety disorder or panic attack is to limit triggers. Reduce things that trigger anxiety, such as caffeine, excessive sugar. Avoid alcohol and smoking. Stay connected. Talk to friends, talk to family, or talk to a support group if you are constantly having worries. Let's look at some of the simple home remedy to help alleviate anxiety disorder. While this does not constitute proper medical treatment, here are some natural ways that can help reduce or alleviate anxiety disorder. One, deep breathing. Deep breathing helps a lot to reduce anxiety disorder. Breath deeply also helps a lot to actually reduce panic attack. Okay, we're talking about deep breathing. Try slow breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. This will calm your nervous system quickly. So you try slow breathing if you're having anxiety attack. Inhale for 6 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, exhale it for 6 seconds. So this will calm your nervous system quickly. So physical activity can also be of great benefit. Walking, yoga, or stretching reduces stress hormone. So this will help alleviate anxiety disorder. Lavender tea can also promote relaxation. Journaling. Get a journal, write it down your worries to clear your mind. So get a journal and write it down your worries to clear your mind. This will also help alleviate anxiety disorder. Practice relaxation techniques, meditation, calming music, or prayer would help alleviate anxiety disorder or panic attack. Improve your sleep pattern. Go to bed on time. At least sleep 7 to 9 hours daily. Avoid screen before sleep. This will help alleviate anxiety disorder. Stay calm. Stay supporting. Eat calm supporting food. So food rich in magnesium will be of great help in calming your nerves. Nuts, banana, spinach will be of great benefit calming your nerves. Also rich food full of omega-3 acid. Omega-3 food such as fish and walnut, it helps calms your nerve. Let's look at some of the early warning signs of anxiety disorder that many people ignore. What are some of these early warning signs of anxiety disorder that most people ignore? Constant overthinking. If you are constantly overthinking about certain things that is bothering your mind, this might be an early warning sign of anxiety disorder. If you are having trouble sleeping might be an early warning sign of anxiety disorder that most people ignore. Okay? Irritability or restlessness can also be an early warning sign of anxiety disorder that most people would tend to ignore. Muscle tension. You feel constantly tensed. Okay? You feel constantly tensed. Muscle tension might be an early warning sign of anxiety disorder. Rapid heartbeat. If you are consistently having a rapid heartbeat, is one of the major symptoms or signs of anxiety disorder. Constantly panicking. Avoid certain place or situation. These are also a warning sign of anxiety disorder. If you are going to some places and when you get there you feel nervous, you're having a panic or you get this persistent fear, those are some of the early warning signs of anxiety disorder. You feeling or edge all the time might be an early warning sign of anxiety disorder. So when to seek help, when to seek medical attention immediately. So we encourage you to seek medical attention immediately if an anxiety lasts for weeks or months. Do not forget, this does not constitute medical diagnosis. This is Gateway 101. And all we do in Gateway 101 is to create health awareness. So if you're having anxiety that lasts for weeks or months, please seek medical attention. Interfering with daily life, you have anxiety disorder that is interfering with your daily life, please seek medical help immediately. If you're having an anxiety disorder that causes panic, please seek medical help. You should talk to a doctor or therapist. Treatments like therapy, especially CTB, and medication can be very effective. Okay? So let's look about Some simple routine to reduce anxiety. Food to avoid. Food to eat that helps. Or example, it is a way for a younger student. Let's look about some simple daily routine for someone living with anxiety disorder. The first one is that will be calm. Wake up at the same time each day. Okay? Then take 5 deep breaths before getting out of bed. Okay? Stretch or do light exercise. At least 5 to 10 minutes exercise will help reducing stress. Stretch or do light exercise for 10 to 15 minutes 3 times a week will help reduce anxiety attack. Eat a healthy breakfast. Don't skip. Okay, during the day, stay balanced. Take a short break every 1 to 2 hours. Go outside for fresh air or sunlight. Stay hydrated. Drink water regularly and focus on one task at a time. Okay, avoid multitasking overload. In the evening, wind down, do something relaxing, music, reading, prayer, or writing a journal. Limit screen time at least 1 hour before bed and reflect on your 1 to 2 positive things from your day. While at night, go to bed early. At least do not eat before going to bed. At least eat 2 to 3 hours before bedtime and make sure your head is elevated. Be in a comfortable position if you are sleeping at night. Okay? Try deep breathing or meditation before sleeping. This will help calm your nerves. This will help reduce anxiety disorder. Keep your room quiet and comfortable. This will calm you down and this will help alleviate anxiety disorder. So food that help versus food to avoid. Let's look at what to eat. Let's look at food that will be recommended for you to eat if you are someone with anxiety disorder, and food that you can stay off of, that you're not supposed to eat if you are having anxiety disorder. So this food support your brain and calm your body. Leaf leaf green, at least spinach, kale, they are very rich in magnesium. Banana help with MOOD. So it's very, very vital. Fatty fish such as salmon, tuna, omega-3 help for brain development. So this calm your nerve and this calm you down. This help alleviate anxiety disorder. And nut and seed, almond nut, walnut, they have great benefit. Whole grain, oatmeal, brown rice can also be of great health benefit if you are someone that always have anxiety disorder. So drink herbal tea such as peppermint tea, um, ginger tea. This will help calm your nerve. So food to avoid or food to limit if you are someone with anxiety disorder. This can make anxiety worse. So reduce the intake of this following food I'm going to be measuring. Reduce your caffeine intake, soda intake, energy drink. Reduce it if you are someone with anxiety disorder, because this food can cause panic attack. It can also cause anxiety or heart attack. So be careful. So avoid this food if you're having anxiety disorder. Sugars, avoid sugars. Processed food, fast food, chips. Try to avoid them. Avoid alcohol. Highly salted food. Also try to avoid it. Okay. So anxiety. Explain. Okay. Let's look at what anxiety disorder really means in a layman term. Anxiety is like your body alarm system. It's supposed to help keep your keep you safe. It's supposed to help keep you safe. But sometimes it goes off even when there is no danger. So anxiety disorder do helps. Okay? Um it's like a simple alarm system off when there is no fire. What it feel like? Your heart beat fast. Okay? If you're having anxiety attack, your heart beat fast. You feel nervous or scared. Your stomach might feel funny. You might overthink a lot. How to calm down? Take slow, deep breath if you're having an anxiety attack or you're having a anxiety attack. You take a slow, deep breath. Talk to someone you trust. Do this. Do something relaxing, drawing, music, and games. Remind yourself, I'm safe. Okay? So let's talk about the 1 minute quick calm down techniques. A 1 minute calm down techniques for somebody with anxiety disorder. Okay, here is a simple 1 minute calm down technique you can use anytime, anywhere. Anxiety hits. The 1 minute calm down techniques. Step 1, 1 minute. Control breathing. Breathe in for 30 seconds. Then breathe in thoroughly your nose for 2 seconds. Breathe in thoroughly your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Slowly breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 4 to 3 times. This tells your brain, I am safe. Grounding. Look around and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, and 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This pull your mind out of worries and into the present moment. Quick trip. While doing this, quietly tell yourself, this feeling will pass, I am okay. Slow your heart rate. Calm your nervous system. Stop overhauling quickly. This is Get Well 101. Okay? So let's look at, okay? So for sake of you who are just joining us, we are still on Get Well 101. Okay? So let's talk about the 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 5-4 system grounding system. 30 seconds. So 5 things you can see. Look around and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This pull your mind out of worried. We also talk about the early warning sign of anxiety disorder. We talked about that already. So for the sake of those who are just joining us, this is Gateway 101. I will say what is anxiety. I will say that anxiety disorder is a mental head. We'll only recapping, okay? We'll copy, we're repeating what we're just going through so that people can better understand it. And do not forget to subscribe, very important. So anxiety disorder is a mental health condition where a person feels excessive fear, worries, or nervousness that does not go away and it can interfere with daily life. In more than normal stress, it can affect your sleep, focus, relationship, and overall health. So the common type of, we'll also look about the common type of anxiety. I will say that we have generalized anxiety disorder, which is constant worry about many things. We also have panic disorder, which is sudden intense fear, which is panic attack. Social anxiety disorder will be of social situation. Okay? Phobia is intense fear of something, things like height or spider. So, what causes anxiety disorder? There are not just one cause, it's usually a mixture of factors. So, one will be your brain chemistry. When there's an imbalance in your brain chemistry between imbalance in your chemical like your serotonin and your dopamine, genetic, this can be hereditary from a loved one. Anxiety can run in famous. Okay? Anxiety can run in families, I mean to say. Stressful life event, trauma, loss, abuse, or major life changes. Health condition, chronic illness, heart problem, or thyroid issue are also known as health condition. So lifetime factor will be too much caffeine, too much um, poor sleep, too much alcohol use, or too much illegal drug use. Okay, how can it be prevented? We talked about that already. We'll talk about triggers. These are triggers anxiety disorder. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, this is Get Well 101. All what we are saying here does not constitute medical diagnosis at all. It is purely health awareness. So if you are feeling any of these symptoms that I've just mentioned, please do not forget to seek medical help. This is Gateway 101, and thank you again for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed.